welcome to NEWROOTS Studios. We're here for our second cut-in of 2013. We're lucky enough to have Tim with us. He responded to our YouTube quest for new clients willing to come online. So thanks very much for coming in, Tim.
Well, thank you, Nick.
So when we first had our consultation, again, it's really important, regardless of whether or not you're doing the video for us, that I understand you, what your needs are, what your budget is, etc., as we're designing the hair for you. Tim let us know that he wanted to get the maximum life he could out of the system and still wanted it to look natural, but he's only in his mid-20s and he wants to look like somebody in their mid-20s. So again, with Tim, we didn't add too much density, but it's going to be a little bit more than, you know, some of our other videos that you saw, and again, trying to be age appropriate and taking the client's needs into consideration. Also, as you can see, Tim's own natural widow's peak comes down quite a bit, and from the pictures that we saw of Tim when he was younger, he still had this more or less exact same pattern. It was obviously a little bit more filled in here and more filled in the top, but we have to take the widow's peak into consideration as it's part of who he is and part of who his style's been for the last 20 some odd years. So now we're going to take a small break and we're just going to clean the hair up on the top to make sure we got a nice fit for our hair system and get him prepped. We only have so many minutes on YouTube, and we'll do the cut-in. One thing you're going to notice is I don't do the cut-in separate from the customer's own hair, and I like to cut it all together, and this way I know exactly what's blending in and how to incorporate everything. Another thing we did before this video started was me and Tim sat down for a few minutes and we just discussed what he wants, a style that he's looking for. Any comments, Tim, so far?
So far, I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this and making me feel like my actual age as opposed to looking like I'm in my early 40s. So I'm really excited.
Alright, Tim's going to be doing a lot of talking during this video.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk at home.
Alright, so we're going to put that on pause and we'll be right back. Thank you. I have my magic wand. Alright, so now we're going to start cutting Tim's hair. And Tim's looking for the hair to be a little bit shorter on the sides, a little bit more volume on the top, and it's more or less perfect for what I have in mind for him. So, Tim, you're here for the first time, and thank you very much for responding to the YouTube ad. What are you looking for from the hair, and what do you have any other questions? Or are you nervous about anything? Or, I don't know what people. Actually, you were one of the guys watching the video.
Yep.
So being one of the guys watching the video, like, as you were watching them, did you say, "Man, I wish they answered this question," or "Man, I wish I saw a little bit of this," or anything that we can show today that you feel would be a little more helpful, or that you would have wanted to see?
No, actually, I found that when I was watching Joe's cut-in video, it was. I thought it was absolutely perfect. You were straight to the point with everything. It looked just simple. I just wish when I saw the thing, I was like, well, I wish I would have found these guys earlier and stuff. What I'm looking to get out of the system definitely is just more or less, it's more for self-esteem issues and stuff. I lost my hair when I was, started losing my hair when I was 21 years old, and I've pretty much tried it all except the system. When I saw the Joe's cut-in video, I was just like, I have nothing left to lose and stuff, because I was already losing my hair anyways, and I just want to look my age and stuff, and part of feeling good is looking good, you know?
Absolutely. So you've been here twice?
Yep.
Once to do the template, and now today to do the cut-in. And how's your experience been so far?
Definitely very good. Like, first time, when I first got in here, the first time I was here, very warm, receptive welcome by my neck. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And you know, it's totally no pressure and everything, and I like the fact that it's, you ask a question, you get a straightforward answer right back. So any questions you have, you'll definitely get the right answers. And having someone that knows what they're talking about and what they're doing definitely helps. It's 100% no BS.
And anything that you'd like to see us add, or anything that you feel maybe, I don't know, either from, like I said, like from the videos or anything else?
Well, if this is, because it's my first time wearing a system and using a system, definitely probably be like the taking on and putting it back on thing, just so you see where your starting point is and how to do that. Definitely be helpful to, especially us newbies.
Well, we have a DVD that we made showing Joe going through all of that stuff with you. I felt that what was happening a lot was people were buying our product, and as much as we explained to them and invited them back for multiple visits here at no charge, and that's another thing is, you know, the online versus coming into the studio to buy. We're currently gearing up to start selling our units online because we're getting so much demand for them. But being able to come in to a good stylist and having them cut it for you live, I think is really important. I don't really think that I'd be able to do what I'm doing for Tim now if I had to cut it in and mail it to him. There is no way that I could see what I'm doing and get a good blend and make sure that the hair system is right for the way I'm cutting his sides. And if I do cut the system and then the stylist doesn't follow up with the haircut to match the system, it's not going to look as good as it could either. So, you know, we're trying to find more and more stylists in and around the world that are good stylists and can understand my instructions on how to cut the systems in. And then I think that would be a better approach to actually going somewhere and having it done by a pro. And then once it's done, as I said to Tim earlier, you know, we give you all the tools to be able to service yourself at home. But the actual cut in itself, I wouldn't really take any shortcuts with or try to play around with that, because as good as the system is, if it's not cut in properly to suit your face, it's not going to look as good as it could. So again, we do have the DVD out now, and it's also on our website, I believe, which is getting redone, like I said, and should be able to take orders in the next month or two, at most. And we'll be putting a whole bunch of videos on there for customers who live all over the world, so that in case they run into a snag, we have videos on how to take the system on and off. And again, we have our favorite YouTube celebrity, Joe, doing the work for us. Actually, he's behind the camera today. We were supposed to have a fancy, heavy-duty camera dude come in today. We're actually going to pay for our first video in high definition. Maybe even have more than one camera here, one or two cameras, to get a little bit more in depth. And camera guy canceled on us this morning, so Tim drove in from very far away, and I did not want to disappoint them or have him have to drive back again. So we pulled out the old camera. But see, the camera does say HD on it, right?
Yeah, it does.
So I don't know. It's probably a different kind of HD. You know, every year there's a new HD or something like that. But I think most people just care about the haircut more than anything.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm going to start in and around here. Continue my way through the back. And we're just going to follow that same technique again. Rest my comb nice and flat on his scalp, right in and around the area where we're rocking. Lift this hair up, he's going to let it a little bit. And when you and the customer have a really good idea of where you're going, the cut-ins really don't take a lot of time. Now Tim's had the system on for about 15 minutes. Like, do you feel it on? Or?
No.
No.
No, the only thing I'm getting used to is feeling hair on my forehead, on my hairline. Something I haven't felt in a long time.
Oh, that's great. But it's comfortable?
Comfortable, I definitely don't feel anything on my head.
So once I've done the back and the sides, I'm going to do the top, and then I'm going to give Tim a couple of minutes to play around with his hair, see how it's feeling, before we go in for the finished style. You can see in the back already, everything is nice and fresh flowing, there's no lines. Again, the texture matches very well to his own hair. It's a thicker, a little bit thicker, coarser hair. And then we're going to clean it up a little bit more as we go forward. So again, how much was the charge today?
Pardon me?
How much were your charge today?
$10,000 for a room rental.
That's right. So the room rental was $10,000. But the actual hair was no charge.
Yeah.
So again, don't be shy. You know, come on in. If you're interested in doing a video for us, you know, there's no pressure. We really appreciate the fact that, you know, we get to display what we do. Some guys, Tim's getting married in the next little while. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And obviously he wants to look his best for his wedding. And again, whether he chooses to continue using the product after his wedding day, whether he's using it just for the wedding day, to us it really doesn't matter. You know, just the video alone is enough for us. We're, you know, showcasing what we make here, so we don't really care why you want the hair and how you're going to use it, and if you're going to continue using it after your video here. We just want more and more people to show online, so that, you know, the people who are interested, they can hopefully see their own hair type and their own body style and their own color and their own race and their own whatever it is, so that they know not only can it work for them, but it's going to look fantastic as well. And there's no, you know, there's nothing hidden. You're doing us a great favor, and hopefully we're doing you a favor too, and making you some beautiful hair.
Definitely, it's the first time I can honestly say I feel 100% confident in what I'm going to get out of this in terms of getting my hair back. Like, you know, there's so many things out there on the market, and I can attest to pretty much trying them all. Everything from Rogaine to shampoos to laser combs. Even looking into going to other places before I found Nick, and this is honestly, sitting here, I feel totally confident that when I walk out of here, I'm just going to feel like a younger version of myself, and 100% more confident.
Thanks, Tim. No, we did pay him to say that.
Oh wait, I forgot a word in the script.
Yeah, bring up page 3 again, please. But like I said, we were supposed to have a professional camera dude here today to, you know, do our camera, and I apologized to Tim earlier, saying, hey man, you know, we're supposed to have a professional guy here doing it for us. He's like, what do you mean, man? I thought you guys shot all the videos on your own. I said we do, but today for the first time we're supposed to have some pro to put some words on the screen for us and make it look more professional. He's like, well, to be honest with you, I like the homegrown stuff better, so here we are.
Yep,